switch on the side.
Check, check. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll... Am I on the air right now? And welcome everybody into the Moyer Recreation Center for Tier 1 Junior B Lacrosse. It is the visiting St. Albert Crude taking on the hometown Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. In net for the Crude tonight will be number 00, Jordan Peck. And in the other end for the Rebels, that looks to be Bowen Carpenter. The Crude come into the game at 2-8-1, fourth in the North, while the Rebels currently sit in second with a 5-4-1 mark. And then off the draw, they're going to award possession to the Rebels. It'll be Eastwood bringing the ball into the Crude zone. That ball swings to Simonson. Ball goes back to Kohut, hits a cutter, or tried to hit a cutting Owen, but that wasn't behind him. The ball is going to go to the boards, and it's going to be picked up by McKenzie. McKenzie around the net. Up top to Simonson, and he fires one in on Peck, who hits the deck and makes that save. Crude will come out in transition. It's going to be Wedman. He hands off to Wells. A little bit of a drag move there. He works off the half wall. Wells goes one-on-one here. Drives to the net. Pops it back out. Fodchuk up across the top. Shoots that into the gut of Carpenter, and it'll be Rebel ball. Here's Baker, left side. Ball up with Barrett, and he threw that into the floor. It's going to be picked up by McAdam. Ball goes over to the left side. They try to hit McAdam backdoor, and they say he reached in to grab it, and it'll be Crude ball. The Crude offense will come out onto the floor. Ball on the right side. Now swung over. Fodchuk dances with it, tried to flip it back up. Ball goes to the far boards where a Crude player slipped. Now it's picked back up. And the ball is sent in on net, but the 30-second clock had gone off anyway, and it'll be Rebel ball. 2 minutes in here, still scoreless. Two teams that are going to probably contend for those bottom couple of spots, playoff spots, I should say, in the north. As Simonson tries to work his way across the top, now he rolls back down underneath. He flips it off to McKenzie. McKenzie winds, fires, and Peck will pinch that between his arm and his leg, and it'll be Crude possession. Crude back down into the offensive zone. It'll be Fry for St. Albert. He swings it over to Fodchuk. Fodchuk looks, tried to feed that inside. It got knocked down by a good Rebel stick. And he's going to, that looks like number 12, Zorniak, who runs around the net, and he's going to make his way out over center. Barrett, a little bit of a hidden ball. He swings it over to Baker, wearing the A for the Rebels. Baker, a little bit of a sub shot, misses the net. And ball is going to be fought for its center. It'll be over and back, and it'll be Crude ball. Here's Wells, right side. Swings it over to the Crude leading scorer, Fodchuk, 55 points on the season. Believe he's leading the north as well, and now it's going to be picked off, and a potential breakaway for Eastwood. Eastwood's going to go right in, and Peck fights it off and squeezes it somewhere in the knee area. It looked like the ball traveled down his leg pad, and that's a big stop for the Crude netminder. Ball up top to the U17 affiliate, Connors. He gets the ball to Knowlton. Knowlton works his way inside, and that ball goes wide. Looks like he might have lost it. Apologize. There's a bunch of, I'm looking through a bunch of window sills and bars here at this arena in a little booth. It's kind of hard to see some of the things that take place, so apologize for that. Now a shot's taken. And that's stopped by the Rebel netminder, Carpenter. Up high on the short side. Ball's going to go loose. And now it's going to be transitioned by the Rebels. I want to thank you for joining us here on the channel. Junior B Tier 1 action, Rebels and Crude. Hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. And the Crude will go out for another offensive possession here. City of Fort Saskatchewan. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Work in a thriving community. Visit their historic downtown scenic parks in River Valley. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. As the Rebels get a defensive stop and head back down the floor. Baker takes a couple of whacks. He surveys. He's going to now try to swing the ball. It got knocked down, and Simonson's going to go pick that up. Simonson, a little behind the back, tried to get to Baker, and Baker's thrown down there. And the 30-second clock will expire. 14:45 to go first period. We await the game's first goal. And what is, I've said this a few times this season already, but this truly is a must-win for the Crude if they have playoff aspirations. As Connors is going to pick it up. He had a teammate wide open. It looked like Knowlton on the crease, and the ball wasn't handled, and it'll be Rebel ball. Couldn't tell if the pass was too far behind him or what, but it looked like it was, and Crude missed an opportunity there. Coat. McAdam finds the far side, but Peck said no. And here comes Bilachuk for the Crude, the big U17 affiliate as well, from the Crush program. And now McAdam on a breakaway, a partial breakaway, gets stopped. A couple of opportunities for him. He's been red hot, 13 points in just 2 games for the Rebels. Big addition for them as he came down from the minors. Ball up top to Connors. He swings it over. Wells had Tyson Smith wide open. That's a few times now the Crude have wide open guys and haven't been able to hit them. And now McBride in transition. Shoots it far side. And a former member of the Crude makes it 1-0 for Saskatchewan. And if you're a member of the Crude, you got to think that one is a little bit more annoying than a typical goal against would be, as they actually had him wearing the C last year. And he comes back to bite his old former team and gives the Rebels a 1-0 lead. Now the ball is going to bounce loose. And it's going to be Rebel ball. 13-13 to go first period. The home side Rebels leading the Crude 1-0. Ball swings to Baker. Baker shoots that. That's stopped by Peck. Ball goes in behind the net. And it's going to be picked up momentarily. Now it's lost again. And Fry is going to pick it up. And they're going to get nabbed for the 8-second count. Baker swings that over to McAdam. McAdam tried to hit a lefty in that far corner. It's going to be picked back up and swung over to the right side. A little bit of a pick set there. Owen steps over top of it and shoots it far side, the same spot McBride scored. And you're getting Peck on that far hip. It's 2-0. So the Rebels jump out to a 2-0 lead here. And the Crude will look to answer. Ball swings. And Fawchuk, a little bit of a hop step there. He's looking for some help. Gets the ball up top. to Pickering. Pickering works his way into the middle. Pickering, and that gets stopped by Carpenter. Carpenter up the floor, and a 2-on-0 now for the Rebels. Simonson goes in and floated that off of the chest protector of the Crude netminder. And here come the Crude. Wells, the rookie out of South Edmonton, gets it up top to Knowlton. Fodchuk rips that short side, and it finds a home as it looked like it went back off of Carpenter after it hit the bar. It's 2-1, and that's a big one for the Crude. Great shot there by Fodchuk as he kissed the bar, right kind of the J bar where the crossbar and post connect, and got a nice bounce after as it came back and hit Carpenter and rolled into the net. Ball is picked up off the draw by the Crude. They look to push here a little bit in around the net. Now the ball up top to Connors. Back to Fodchuk, left side, 2-man game. Fodchuk tried to get over to the right side. Now the shot is sent in, and they're going to stay back in on the Rebels. Ball up top. Bilichuk. Fodchuk. Inside. Connors. And he goes through Carpenter. Somehow it looked like it went 5-hole. Nevertheless, the ball went through him, and it's 2-2. That's definitely one that Carpenter is going to want to have back. So 2-2, 10:52 to go here, opening frame. After the Rebels got out to the 2-0 lead, the Crude able to respond with a couple of goals of their own. And now the Crude in transition. Fry, he tried to hit Wells wide open on the crease, and that's another missed opportunity for the Crude. It's there for them, and they're going to have to start capitalizing on some of those chances. Here's Coat. Coat left side, swings it. Owen, the last goal scorer for the Rebels. That ball gets knocked down. He gets the loose ball and fired it at the net. It goes off a peck, and it'll be Rebel ball. Coat, long outside shot, that misses. Eastwood, right side, gets that ball over, and that shot's taken and hits bar. Vimy Ridge Academy at Vimy Lacrosse. Excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors, dedicated to molding well-rounded athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is a fusion of sport, academics, and growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Explore the academy by visiting at vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. Here's Bilichuk for the Crude. A little bit of a swim move, and he's going to transition the ball up over center. Crude want a little bit of a holding call. He's going to hold on to this. Now he's going to one-hand it over to Fodchuk. Fodchuk spins down the wall. He gets hit from on the back. No call. Ball bounces over to the far side, and Connors is going to pick it up, but the shot clock's going to go off, and it'll be Rebel ball. Baker. Stutter step. Steps back. Now he's going to wind and fire, and that goes wide. Ball goes loose. It's going to be back over center. It's going to be Crude ball. Well, apparently not. No over and back call, so it'll be McAdam winding and firing. That goes off a peck and out of play, and it'll be Rebel ball. Simonson, left side. Swings that. Eastwood. He's going to work his defender. Now he tried to get it back over to the left side. The ball bounces into the glass, and Wedman got tangled up with Baker and just throws that away after he hit the cement. And the Rebels are going to get back-to-back possessions here. Almost triple possessions because they had that shot from McAdam, another possession, and now they're getting it back here off the turnover. Rebels. Barrett winds and fires. That misses. Low to the short side. Ball bounds back over, and it'll be Crude ball. Wells, right side with Knowlton. Two-man game. Now Knowlton rolls open, and the pass is in behind him. Seen a lot of that here in the first period. Now Knowlton's pinned against the boards. He gets away. Bounces it over to Fodchuk, who has to go recollect that. Fodchuk, left side. Into the corner. Fodchuk trying to get it up top and goes over the head of its intended target. It'll be over and back, and it'll be Rebel ball. 7:24 to go here, first period, in a 2-2 tie in a very quick moving opening frame. No penalties to date in the matchup. Barrett swings it. Simonson waits for a pick, and the ball ended up in the stick of Barrett, who took a sidearm, and Peck was able to shut off the low part of the net. Ball's going to be eventually picked up by Nicapillo. He's pressed. And now he gets the ball over to Connors. Connors tried to hit Fodchuk. Ball fell out of his stick, and now the Rebels come back the other way. Now Baker with Cohut on the left side. Cohut sets it. Baker a little too far away to use it. Now Cohut, quick stick, and that goes wide on the pass from Eastwood. Eastwood goes and collects the loose ball. Ball back up top. Cohut, and that's stopped by Peck. Now the ball in the stick of Wells. Wells holding it, shooting it, and that goes in. And it's 3-2 Crude. On a goal that looked like it was a little unlikely from what was going on. Not a lot was going on. Wells was just holding the ball and decided to shoot it, and guess he made the right decision because he gets the Crude their first lead of the game. Now off the draw, Fodchuk picks that up. Now inside, wide open was Dawson James. Rebound, Fodchuk. And he made a little quick fake and tried to tuck it back short side, and Carpenter with the save of the game. Now long lead pass. McKenzie, and he tried to go back short side on Peck, and he makes that save, and the ball goes up and out of play off of the ground, and it'll be Crude ball. A couple of big saves there by Peck. Ball up top. Ball swings. Fodchuk gets it back right side. A little bit of a jump shot there on the crease, and they say the cylinder was broken, and it'll be a Rebel ball. 3-2, 5:12 to go first period. Crude just gaining their first lead of the game. On the goal by Wells. Puck swings that over. McAdam tried to dish that inside to Owen, and that was by him. Ball is picked back up. Now a long desperation shot, and then the rebound was picked up by McAdam, and that was stopped. Ball swings, and that passes over the head and of its target. Smith picked a loose ball up and shot that at Carpenter. Carpenter soaked that up, and now in transition, the Rebels the player fell to the cement and was able to get back up and get a shot away. Another stop in transition by Peck. And now finally getting rid of it was Badjuma for the Rebels. Now the ball in the stick of Baker. Baker swings that to Owen. Pick comes. Good little switch there by the Crude. Now the shot's taken and Peck smothers that. Cale Harris will bring the ball up for the Crude, and he's got a mismatch here size-wise. He decides to pull it out. Instead, now he works his way back inside and gets the ball up top. Ball swings. Fodchuk left side with James. And that pass got knocked down. And the Rebels will come back over center. McKenzie looks for the trailer off the bench. Simonson holds. Simonson thinks about the shot. Doesn't take. Now he gets it to the half wall. That's Pook for the Rebels. Pook inside, and he scores far side. And now we've got a little bit of extracurricular activity. It looked like 12s jumping on top of Eastwood. Looks like 12s will get sent to the box. And after the goal, the Crude will have to kill off a penalty. Well, it looks like they're going to take Eastwood as well. So we'll see what they end up calling here. Looks like they're going to give them 2 minutes each for roughing. So the teams will play 4-on-4. With 2:57 to go, first period. The team's tied at 3 and we'll get some 4-on-4 action. City of Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their downtown scenic parks or river valley. Work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit Work and Play in Fort Saskatchewan. And now the Rebels will gain possession. McAdam gets it to Simonson. Simonson and McKenzie on the left side work a two-man. McKenzie with a shot out in front of the net. That gets stopped high by Peck. Ball goes loose to the boards. It's going to be picked up by Owen. Owen gets his stick checked the last second as he wound up. And now Nicapillo will jog into the Rebel zone. He gets that ball up to Fodchuk. Wells back to Fodchuk. Fodchuk drag move. Fodchuk gets knocked into the corner. He gets the ball back up top to Wells, and that gets stopped. Now the ball bounces in front of the net, and it's going to be smothered by Carpenter before any more damage can be done by the Crude offense. Back come the Rebels. Baker is going to stop up on the half wall. He's going to look, and he's going to get a pick set there. Baker winds, fires, and it almost rolled through the feet of Peck, and they say that ball was picked up out of the crease by McAdam. It'll be no goal, and it'll be Crude ball. 1:45 to go here, first period, 3-3. And a big one here in the north. Once again, the Crude coming in at 2-8-1, sitting in the basement of the division, while the Rebels 5-4-1 in second. Here's Fry, up across the top, Fry, little sidearm shot, that gets stopped, and then the rebound's picked up by Connors. And the affiliate with his second of the game, it's 4-3. Ball's won back and picked up by the Rebels. Ball into the corner to McKenzie. He works his way off of a check, and he winds and fires it and scores. Beating Peck low on a goal another one that sort of just came out of nowhere. Looked like he was being handled by his defender. McKenzie able to gain just enough room to step back and take a underhand type shot and beat Peck low to even the game back up at 4. Now Simonson is going to push this ball over near the Crude bench. Ball eventually lands in the stick of Fry. Something going on behind the play here. Can't quite see, but something took place with a couple of players getting tangled up. It looks like they're going to take Harris to the box. That's a bit of an undisciplined penalty here. And the Rebels are going to go to a Smith Insurance power play. Rebels power play is brought to you by Smith Insurance Services. They aren't here to sell you insurance. They're here to help you buy it. So the Rebels power play starts off with a bad pass. It's going to be picked back up by Kohut. Baker up top. A little bit of a steal set rolled in. Crude got to hurry here to avoid the 8-second count. They do. Now a lob pass over to Fodchuk. He works one-on-one. Fodchuk loses the ball, though. And that's picked up by Walsh. And that'll do it for the first period of play with the score. The St. Albert Crude 4, the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels 4. I want to thank you for joining us here on the channel. Just hit subscribe. You'll be notified each and every time a game goes live. Once again, they score after one period of play. The Crude 4, the Rebels 4. We'll be right back with you here on CROW LAX TV in just under 10 minutes' time. Welcome back inside the Moyer Recreation Center for second period action. It's the St. Albert Crude and the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels deadlocked at 4. And the Crude will have to kill off the remaining 4 minutes of a charging call that they received late in the first period. You're watching Junior B Tier 1 action on CROW LAX TV. Hit subscribe, you'll be notified every time a game goes live. Ball is going to start with Baker here up top. He gets it to Kohut, who gets it down low to McKenzie. Kohut, Baker, now to Eastwood, he gets it down low to McAdam. Baker gets it low, gets it back, Baker in front. And that gets stopped by Peck. Jordan Peck, who started the year in Tier 2, got the call back up, and he's been playing some pretty important minutes for the Crude. Baker shoots into the stick of Peck. And here come the Crude. Ball with Nicopillo. Far boards. Nicopillo drives it down. Now he's going to come back up with it. He needs to get rid of it here. He's going to bounce the ball well wide of Fodchuk. And the Rebels are going to come back over with 2:50 to go in their power play. Once again, the major to the Crude's Harris for charging. Kohut down low. McKenzie into the middle for McAdam, and that's turned away. Now Baker. As people walk in front of me, can't see, but Peck makes the save. I was screened, Peck wasn't. Now the ball goes back down the floor, hit a stick, it looked like. And now Fry's going to pick it up. Fry into the corner. And that pass misses, and here come the Rebels. Eastwood has a lane to the net. Eastwood in, and he bounces that wide. Now McKenzie with the loose ball. Barrett down low. Eastwood steps, and that gets stopped by Peck. Ball will be transitioned by the Crude. Wedman with his patented one-handed cradle. It almost looks like a bag being blown in the wind when he does that, but he is able to get it over to Fodchuk, who works his way down the wall. Here's Wells. Wells pick set by Connors. He swings at it. I think he was trying to hit James in the middle, but it got to Fodchuk, and he shot that into the paraphernalia of Carpenter. So with 1:22 to go on the power play, the Rebels will gain possession once again. Baker and Eastwood play catch. Baker, step shot from the top, and that misses the far side. And now the ball is going to be battled for, and Eastwood is shoving a couple of Crude players here on the loose ball. No interference call, though, and it'll be 8-second count, Rebel ball. Inside, ball back up top, Baker. Baker gets it to Kohut. Kohut down to the crease, and I don't know if that hit something or what. My vision is pretty obstructed. And now it looks like another penalty is being assessed to the Crude. Oh, no, maybe not. Now it looks like it's the Rebels. And so Simonson will go to the box. And that'll mean that the rest of the Rebel power play will go down the drain. They'll play 4-on-4 for 46 seconds. Ball's swung over to Fodchuk. He hops down underneath, and now he comes back up with it, and he tried to hit Fry, and that goes wide. Ball is picked back up by the Crude, swung back over to Fodchuk. Fodchuk, two-man game. He's working with Smith. Fodchuk throws that well wide of Fry. Fry goes and battles for it, picks it up, and just throws a Hail Mary at the net. It'll be Rebel ball. Be sure to get your weekly CROW LAX 50/50 tickets. Tickets on sale till Monday at 4 p.m. Visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. As McAdam swings it into the middle. Picked up by the Crude 12s, and then it'll be Crude offensive possession here. Fry will play the top of this power play for the Crude. And this will be a 5-2 Projects penalty kill for the Rebels. The penalty kill brought to you by 5-2 Projects, providing construction services tailored to meeting the unique needs of each client, committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceptional customer service. And with that, the Crude capitalized on the power play. It looks like it was Knowlton out in front of the net. It's 5-4. So 15-16 to go here, second period. The Crude regained their 1-goal lead. Now the ball is picked up by the Crude. Shot taken by Fodchuk. That goes wide. Stick gets yard sailed. And now the Rebels will throw it back down the floor. Here's Eastwood one-on-one. Eastwood to the net. He pulls it back out. Eastwood rolls underneath. Eastwood across the top of the crease. Good low save there by Peck. Ball is thrown back over to Eastwood. Eastwood gets it over to Kohut, and the ball goes loose, and it's going to be picked back up by Eastwood. Eastwood swings it over to Pook on the left side. He works it back over to Owen. Owen down underneath, and he goes around behind the net. Ball is picked back up. Pook out in front, and that goes off a stick, or Peck stick, and the ball is going to bounce all the way back out to center, and Longmire is going to grab the loose ball to extend to the Rebels' possession here. McAdam winds, fires, and that's stopped by Peck. The ball goes in behind the net. McAdam, loose ball, gets back up top. Kohut, the running shot. That gets stopped. Well, now it trickles through Peck, as it looks like he pushed that into his net on a shot that he handled pretty easily, and it's 5-5. Face-off violation, and it looks like it's going to be Crude ball. The dangerous Fodchuk on the left side works his way into a shot. That's stopped on the far side by Carpenter. And now here go the Rebels in transition. 2-on-1. McKenzie, and he couldn't handle the pass, and he took a hit. Looks like they're going to call a cross check. And it'll be a Rebel power play. Presented to you by Smith Insurance. This Rebels Power Play is brought to you by Smith Insurance Services. They aren't here to sell you insurance. They're here to help you buy it. As the Rebels send their power play out to hit the floor. Baker with Eastwood. They work it back and forth. Motion off the left side. Eastwood steps into a shot. Here's Baker back with it. And McAdam tried to quick stick that. Unable to. He goes and collects the loose ball. Baker shoots. That gets stopped. Here's Kohut. Kohut into the middle. Tried to throw a sidearm to the far side. That didn't work. And Now the Rebels do get the reset. Looks like another call here coming up to the Rebels. Baker, or to the Crude. Now, that little nifty shot in front of the net through the legs was stopped, and now the Crude are about to go down a second player. City of Fort Saskatchewan. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and river valley. Work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. Ball with Kohut. Skipped, or they attempted to skip it across the crease. It got knocked down. Now ball's picked up out in front. Baker gets turned away by Peck as he tried to reach around his defender and shoot the ball past Peck. Now Baker back out in front. Baker across crease. That gets stopped. As they continue to work here on the two-man advantage, and Eastwood goes low on Peck, and that's turned away. Some solid stops by Peck there. And the Crude come back down in the offensive zone. Wedman's going to have to deal with 3 Rebels here. His stick gets yard sailed, and the Rebels will come back and turn it up floor. 5-5. Rebels still with that two-man advantage. 12 minutes to go, middle frame. And another call is coming up to the Crude here. Eastwood out of the corner. Sort of forces one into Peck. And I think with the new rule, it's going to be a penalty shot because the Crude are already down 2 men. When that third penalty takes place, they don't wait for it to start. They just go right to the penalty shot. So we'll see who takes it for the Rebels here. You obviously can't play 5-on-2, so it used to be that third penalty wouldn't start until a guy got out of the box. But now they just go right to a penalty shot. It looks like Baker's going to take it for the Rebels. Penalties are really hurting the Crude right now. Now we'll see, because they just sent the Crude player into the box. So I don't know if he got more than 2 minutes. Well, player comes out now, so I don't really know exactly what's going on here, but the Rebels will get their penalty shot. I don't know if that penalty was late starting and they said he should have been out. I honestly can't tell you. There was 11 seconds remaining on that penalty. As they continue to sort things out here, I want to thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV. With you here all season long, covering the Junior B Tier 1 division. Subscribe and you'll be notified every time a game goes live. So it'll be Baker on the penalty shot with a chance to give the Rebels the lead back. Here's Baker. He comes almost straight in and he goes far side. 6-5. And he beats Peck to the same spot that he's been beaten a few times in this game. McBride got him there. Owen got him there. There was one other one as well. I think 4 of the 6 have gone far side hip. I think Pook got him there too. So it's the Rebels with the 6-5 lead with 11:46 to go here, second period. Be sure to get your weekly CROW LAX 50/50 tickets. Tickets on sale until Monday at 4 p.m. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit social media for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. So the penalty shot will give the Rebels that lead back, and they'll still have a power play to work with, and it's going to be 5-on-3. Ball is going to be knocked back here. It's going to be picked up by the Rebels. and tries to get out on the floor. McKenzie, cross crease pass to Eastwood, and that quick stick goes home at 7-5. So 131 will remain in that last penalty. And now they're going to say rebel ball off to some sort of infraction by the Crude. Here's Eastwood, allowed to walk right in, and he scores. That's just a breakdown by the Crude. He walked right to the net there. They didn't even have 4 guys back. It's 8-5. Another face-off infraction, and it's going to be rebel ball. Crude bench. I don't think they know what happened there. Now the ball goes loose, and Eastwood's going to go collect it. Kohut. Ball swings. Owen underneath the pick. Owen bounces that in on Peck. And we return to even strength play now, finally, with the Rebels now holding an 8-5 lead. Here's the Crude. Fodchuk is going to go down to the far wall here. Pick's going to be set by James. Fodchuk gets tangled up with McKenzie. Ball goes loose. Eastwood bumps him and ends up gaining possession. Here's Eastwood. Got that to Pook, who really didn't have much of an angle, and he pulls it out. They tried to feed it back to Pook. He picks up the loose ball. Now backdoor pass. Good sliding save by Peck. As we reach the midway point of this game and midway point of the period, with the Rebels holding an 8-5 lead here from the Moyer Recreation Center. Crude needing one here badly now, as Wells gets harassed there by Longmire. He steps around that, but now the pass is knocked down, and here go the Rebels. Zorniak in, and Zorniak tried to go low on Peck. That gets turned away, and now Bilichuk comes away for the Crude. The AP gets to Fodchuk off the bench. Ball swings. Ball back now with Fodchuk, the captain. Gets it to James. James shoots that. That goes wide. Ball's going to go back over center. It'll be over and back, and it'll be Rebel ball with 9:16 to go, second period. Now it looks like the Rebels will get tabbed for a slash, and that means that it'll be a 5-2 Projects penalty kill. This penalty kill is brought to you by 5-2 Projects, providing construction services tailored to meet your unique needs. Committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceptional customer service. As ball up top, Fry goes over to the lefties, back up to Fry. Fry swings it over to Fodchuk. Fodchuk shoots that. That goes off a body. Picked up out in front, and Smith gets stopped. And here goes the Rebels with speed. Transition, cross crease pass. That wasn't able to be converted, but it went off a Peck. They get a reset. Kohut up top. Gets the ball up high. Now off the right side, Barrett winds and fires, and that's stopped on the short side by Peck. And now the Crude having a lot of trouble with the ball here. And the Rebels will come away with another possession. And that's going to really hurt because there's only 50 seconds remaining in the man advantage, and the Rebels can kill a lot of that off here. So the Rebels continue to rag it here. Ball near the Rebel bench. Now it's turned over, and the Crude will have about 30 seconds to work with on their power play. Fry, Fodchuk, back to Fry. Fry drags, gets it back to Fodchuk. Fodchuk, the ball looked like it fell out of his stick, and the ball is saved by Knowlton before the over and back. Now, Fodchuk one-hand pick up, and he rips it into the short side top corner. And makes it 8-6. So, a broken play there. We've seen a few of those turn into goals. Fodchuk able to one-hand pick it up off the cement and bury it to the short side top corner. Then a Crude draw back within 2. Now in transition, Eastwood rips that into the stick from close range on Peck. That pass goes into the glass and it's picked up by Carpenter. Carpenter outlets. And here's Zorniak. Zorniak in transition. Hands it off to McBride, who winds and fires. That goes wide. And now the loose ball is picked back up. Inside feed, that's well over the head of Baker. And the Crude will go back north. Ball mishandled there. Picked back up. Going to be pressed here. Look like Bowie, and it'll be Rebel ball. It looks like they got a reset as it hit, sounded like it hit bar. They will reset it eventually here. They do. Eastwood. McKenzie. Bounce shot to the short side. Stopped. Peck was already over there. And now pass is sent down the floor. Wide of Nicapillo. Ball goes back to Carpenter. It'll be a fresh 30 for the Rebels. Ball goes loose. It's picked back up by McAdam. 5:40 to go, second period. Rebels 8, Crude 6. Here from Moyer Recreation Center. Crude coming in at 2-8-1. The Rebels at 5-4-1. These two teams having just played it last Friday night, and the Crude blew a couple of different leads, including a 5-1 first period lead that ended up becoming a 10-9 overtime win for the Rebels. Seth McKenzie, the overtime winner there. Now the ball is bounced into the corner, picked up by the Rebels. They're winning the loose balls right now, but that pass is air-mailed over the head of Eastwood. He goes and collects that in behind the net. And I don't know what that was, but a little bit of a rainbow drop out of Eastwood's stick. Going to go into the crease, and it's picked up by Harris, who's doubled here. The Rebels draw the 8-second count. Good work there. Now McBride is in. McBride looked like he caught bar there. Ball swung down to the crease, and quick sticking that or attempting to his Pook, and that did not work out. Pook back out in front. The ball just bounced right to him, and Peck was able to make the save. Next couple of goals in this one, massive as the Rebels holding the 2-goal lead here late in the second period. Wells ripped that over to Fodchuk. A rising pass. Fodchuk wasn't able to bring it in, and now the Rebels will come back down. Ball with McAdam. He swings that to Simonson. Simonson off the left side. Takes a little bit of a off-balance shot. That got blocked. And now the Crude will come away with it. They have an opportunity in transition if they hurry. Fodchuk off the bench. Fodchuk inside. A little bit of a twister shot. Nifty shot there by Josh. And good save there by Carpenter. Here come the Rebels. Ball's handed off to Simonson. Ball brought now down underneath by McKenzie. Flip pass into the middle. Doesn't hit connect. And now the ball's going to bounce to the far boards. Picked back up by Barrett. Barrett tried to hit McAdam as the shot clock winds down. McAdam. Step back shot. It looked like it might have. I couldn't tell if that went in or not. I almost think it did because it looked like Wes Kendall, the referee, was waving it off. But the shot clock, they say the shot clock expired anyway. It'll be Crude ball. Wells hands it off. He gets thrown down. No call. Crude bench not liking that. Spencer Lorenz letting the ref know. Now the ball just dribbles back down into the Crude zone and is picked up behind the net. Kohut. Now over to the right side. Ball with McAdam. Back up top. Pook. Drifted down over to the shooter. Took that shot. Looked like it got soaked. McAdam. McAdam misses the net. Now the ball bounces into the stick of Peck, and Crude will take possession. 1:55 to go second period. Rebels 8, Crude 6. And Wedman flipped that back to safety to Fodchuk. Fodchuk left side. A little bit of a stutter step. He regains his balance. Rolls back underneath. Shoots that. That goes wide. And the Crude are going to need to gain some better possessions here. A little bit too much of the ball staying in one area of the floor and a guy just having to shoot. They need to definitely engage their off-ball game a little bit more here if they want to have success. As the ball ended up in the net, but player was in the crease, and it'll be Crude ball. Here's Fodchuk. A little bit of a seal set there. Back to Fodchuk. Fodchuk rips that. That goes wide. And it'll be Rebel ball on the over and back. Ball with Simonson. Kohut winds, fires. Good stop by Peck as he stepped out. Didn't really give Kohut much. Good, nice, quick release by Kohut there. Belichick is held up there. And it looks like the Crude... Yeah, the Crude called a timeout. I don't think the one ref realized it. So they'll make that clear that that timeout was granted. And with 42 seconds left, the Rebels holding an 8-6 lead. The Crude will call timeout and try to draw something up here. I want to thank you for tuning in to CROW LAX TV, Junior B coverage all year long. Games in the north, games in the central with the Silvertips, and of course games in the south with the Shamrocks. We'll have the playoffs live for you and the Larry Bishop Memorial, the provincial tournament that decides who goes to the Founders, this year being held in Hamilton. So off the timeout, the Crude will go 6 on. Well, no, they won't because there's still 42 seconds left. So they'll keep pecking net. They'll go 5 on 5. And here's the ball on the right side now with Knowlton. He swings it over to Fodchuk. Fodchuk surveys, gets it over to Fry. Fry shoots. That's stopped low by Carpenter. Ball bounces, and now the Rebels are going to call a timeout. And they will be able to go to 6 on 5 with only 25 seconds remaining in the period. So we'll see what Darren Bure and the Rebels will draw up here. I think they have their offensive coach is Ethan Peterson, if I'm not mistaken. That looks like who's doing a lot of the talking. And so off the 30-second timeout, the Rebels will try to regain their 3-goal lead here before the second intermission. They don't take Carpenter out, interesting. So they'll go 5 on 5 here. And you know what? Especially considering they're holding this like this, I'm surprised they did not take Carpenter out. But nonetheless, here they go. Simonson comes up over the top and shoots that. Gets stopped by Peck, and that's going to do it for the second period. With the score, the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels 8, the St. Albert Crude 6. From Moyer Recreation Center, I want to thank you for joining us here on the channel. Hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. As referee Wes Kendall tells the Rebels to leave the floor here. Looks like there's some extracurricular chatting going on between the two benches. But yeah, just hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. Score after 2 periods. The Fort Saskatchewan Rebels 8, the St. Albert Crude 6. We'll be back with you in just under 10 minutes' time. Welcome back into the Moyer Recreation Center, where it is the Rebels holding an 8-6 lead on the Crude as we begin the third period. And we are just trying to sort out our camera here as the battery died. Kohut swings it over to Eastwood. Eastwood back up to Kohut. Shoots that. That gets stopped. And the Crude will come back with it. Twelves. Just going to hand that over to James. Ball over on the right or left side. Ball back up top. Fodchuk, drag move underneath his defender. Fodchuk, bad angle shot. And that goes in. And another one that I think Carpenter would want back. It's 8-7. It's a big goal for the Crude nonetheless. So they narrow it down to a 1-goal lead for the Rebels, and it's just under a minute into the period. Now in transition, Barrett, and Barrett scores. And that did not take long. 8 seconds after the Crude narrowed it to 1, it's back up to 2. It's 9-7 Rebels. That's one thing Barrett can do, is he's got really good straight line speed. He used it there and turned on the Jets, and the Rebels able to regain their 2-goal lead. Now off the draw, it's going to be picked up by Barrett himself, and McAdams going to lose it though, and the Crude don't pick the ball up. Eastwood's going to say, okay, thanks, and take it back for the Rebels. McKenzie. There's like 3 Crude guys standing right there, and they all just let the ball roll through them, and it almost cost them a goal as Eastwood able to get the shot off, and the Crude are going to pick the loose ball up. Here's 12s. It's going to get called for 8 seconds, and it's going to be Rebel ball. And now 12s takes a delay of game penalty, and the Rebels are going to go to a Smith Insurance power play brought to you by Smith Insurance Services. They aren't here to sell you insurance. They're here to help you buy it. Somebody in the crowd not too happy with the call. And the Rebels will work it around. Ball back up to Baker. Eastwood. Baker shoots that, and that gets stopped. Peck playing, despite 9 goals here with 17 and change to go. He's played pretty well here. He's made a lot of saves in tight. And a shot taken there by Wedman. It's going to go back the other way. And Eastwood's going to pull it out and let the power play go to work. Ball up top, swung back. And then they tried to go cross floor to Simonson. Unable to bring that in, and it'll be Crude possession. But now Peck throws it right back over to Carpenter, and he'll start the ball the other way. Ball with Simonson. Now back up to Baker. Baker, Simonson, quick stick. And couldn't tell if Peck got a piece of that. Or if it missed, it might hit the back of the net, but it'll be Nick Apillo coming back the other way with it. Vimy Ridge Academy, Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors, dedicated to molding well-rounded athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Now on a breakaway is Eastwood, and he's already had a few of those in this game. Stopped there by Peck, who's had his number on those. Ball goes all the way back down the floor. Now it's picked up by the Rebels. Not over and back, of course, because it hit the goaltender, shot on net. It will never be over and back. It's if the ball misses the net or is carried back over that you'll get that call. Now the ball is knocked loose but picked back up. And the Rebels with 16 minutes to go here will take a shot in on Peck. That was McKenzie. And he looked like he might have got one across the legs as he gingerly jogs off the floor. Here's Fry. Swings it. Fawchuk. And he ripped that. Fought off by by Carpenter. Fry. James. And that ball got thrown at the feet of Fawchuk. No way he was catching that. He goes and collects the ball, though. Fawchuk steps back and shoots. Fawchuk has taken a lot of shots in this game from bad angles, but he's been able to convert on a couple of them. And it's really held the Crude in this game. Here are the Rebels back into the offensive zone. Baker down into the corner. Now a couple of players get tangled up. They hit the deck, and they turn it over, and it'll say Crude possession. Fry gallops over to the right side. Fry drags it underneath. Fry up top. Shot comes in, and Carpenter stops that. As the camera dies on us, so we'll have to charge it. We apologize for that. As Kohut. And Kohut walks his way to the net, and looked like he stuffed that between the feet of Peck. It's 10-7. Now off the draw, it's going to be picked up by Pickering, and Pickering's going to go all the way to the net, and that gets stopped by Carpenter. Ball goes into the near corner and is tossed back out to Wedman, and he stands up over the blue line and bounces that back to Fawchuk. Fawchuk passes inside to Connors, and that gets stopped on the far side, and then it's picked back up by Smith, and he throws that wide. The ball goes back near the Rebel bench. It will be Rebel possession. And Crude needing to go on a run here as they now trail by 3 with 14 minutes to go. Ball is driven underneath, now brought back out by Owen. Little bit of a pick set there. Gets it up top to Eastwood. Eastwood swings it to the left side, and that gets stopped and turned away by Peck. Off the bench are the Crude, and hit comes over, almost turns the ball over, but now the ball is swung back over to the right side. Long outside shots taken, and Carpenter will throw the ball up floor to McKenzie. McKenzie throws it over to Barrett, right side. Barrett works his way against the defender. Now Barrett underneath, and Barrett was stopped by Peck, and they call him for going inside the crease. Walker throws an errant pass. It's another turnover by the Crude. Here's McBride. Eastwood underneath Eastwood, and that's stopped by Peck as he's holding the Crude in right now. Ball swung back over to McBride. And McBride finds his way to the net, but couldn't handle the pass. As McBride had something to say to the Crude bench, didn't like something as he ran off. McAdam. Baker. Underneath, Baker. They say he stepped inside the cylinder. It'll be Crude ball. 11:54 to go, third period. Rebels holding a 3-goal lead. Here from the Moyer Recreation Center, and Fodchuk going back to that same spot he's loved all game, the short side high. This time Carpenter is able to say no. Ball goes to the boards, it's picked up, and now it's lost again. And Connors will come away with that. Now there's a scrap behind the play. Looks like Longmire for the Rebels and James for the Crude. As they throw him, and Longmire still doesn't have his helmet off. And they're going to hit the ground. And that's going to be the end of that. So those two will be sent off. And I'd imagine that both teams will get 5 for fighting. Didn't see what led to it, so there might be an initial penalty. We'll wait and see. As it looks like official Wes Kendall wants to talk to couple of captains. I don't know, maybe not. Looked like he was calling players over, but they'll continue to sort this out. With the score, the Rebels 10, Crude 7 here from Josephsburg. I want to thank you for tuning into the channel. Just hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. And I'd imagine that they'll just continue playing 5-on-5 here. Both players getting 5 in a game for a fight would be the most likely scenario here. That's what it looks like it'll be. So the Crude gain possession here, and now the ball's going to be trapped against the boards. It's going to be a bit of a scramble for it. And now it's going to be brought away by the Rebels. Smith, big man, is going to chase Reynaud. And now the Crew gain possession back and will head back down floor. Ball over to Fodchuk. Fodchuk swings it. Shot taken, and that was Connors with the opportunity, and Carpenter able to shut the door. 10:38 to go here, third period. The Rebels holding the 10-7 lead as Barrett will come back down inside with it. Barrett, Eastwood, and he just rolls that in on net, and the Crude will pick that up. Here come the Crew offense onto the floor as the ball is brought back into the Crew zone, or the Rebel zone. Shot taken, stop, ball goes loose, and it's going to be picked back up by the Rebels. And they're going to push the ball up the floor. Ball brought and sent down to McKenzie. McKenzie waits for some trailers off the bench. He gets it to Simonson. Simonson is going to handle the ball up high. Simonson inside to McKenzie, and as he was falling, he got the shot off. Ball goes to the boards. Good stop there by Peck. And Rebel players thrown down there, and here go the Crude. It's Bilicek for St. Albert. He gets it to Fodchuk. Fodchuk into the middle. Fodchuk, and he rips that, and that's stopped by Carpenter up high. Now long lead pass. Badgema for the Rebels. Badgema gets that to Baker. Baker winds, fires, that's stopped. Loose ball. Simonson stepped in the crease there. Ref didn't see it. Tried a little one-handed shot, missed the net. Simonson back with it. Owen, and almost squeezes that through the feet of Peck. But able to fight it off was the netminder, and the Crude will go back north. 8:35 to go here. Rebels 10, Crude 7. As the ball gets over to the right side, Knowlton swings that. Vodchuk unable to bring that in. And now the Rebels are going to throw it up floor. Breakaway pass for Zorniak goes too high. St. Albert regained possession. Here is, look like, who is that? It looks like Knowlton. He lost the ball. And now it's going to be brought back down the other way by the Rebels. Pook. Ball over to the right side. Now inside McAdam, and McAdam just got a shot off as he was kind of tied up there by a defender. And the Crude, in desperate need of a goal, will come back down the other way. Now ball swung, Vodchuk off balance, back foot shot. Shot that almost as he caught it in one motion, and Carpenter able to seal the bottom of the net off. Barrett will flip that over to Baker, who gets it back from Kohut. Baker, pick set by Kohut. No shot there available, so he'll get it to Barrett. Barrett had that bottom short corner, just missed it. And now that quick pass from Baker down to the crease. Barrett was tied up and he tried to shoot the ball, and that'll go wide. Now the ball is knocked down by Eastwood. You see him do that a lot. And now there's going to be a penalty coming up against the Crude. Well, if the Crude bench reacted like it was on the Crude, it's going to be on the Rebels. So, with 6:29 to go, the Crude will go to the power play, which means that the 5-2 project's penalty kill is back in play here, providing construction services tailored to meet the unique needs of each client, committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceptional customer service. 5-2 projects. The Crude power play, in desperate need of one, will go to work. Ball up high. Now the ball goes into the corner. It's mishandled. Ball back up to Vodchuk. Ball gets knocked down though. And the shot clock is going to go off. So the Rebels will come back down with it, short a man. Pook handles it over on the far boards. And he just sort of absorbs some checks by Walker. Still with it. Pook is going to hold on to it. And Crude fans not very happy with what they're seeing on the floor. And eventually the shot clock goes off and the Crude will come back down the other way. Fry will direct traffic on this power play as he has all game. Seal set, or now the seal set by Knowlton over on the far shooter. He'll come back the other way. And that's turned over. Here come the Rebels. And McAdam will calmly come into the offensive zone. McAdam will just hold it just like Pook did a shift ago. Now he goes into traffic and he's brought down. No call. And now another mishandle, and the Rebels are going to be able to kill this one off, and now Eastwood goes to the net. Eastwood, and a little bit of an awkward jump there at the last second from the wrong side of the floor. They say he broke the cylinder. It'll be Crude ball. 4:24 to go, third period. Rebels 10, Crude 7. I want to thank you for joining us here, joining some Thursday night Junior B action, and now it looks like Fry is going to be nabbed for a cross-check away from the play. CROW LAX TV and the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 Division are proud to be supporting the Chris Latondra Wellness Foundation and Canadian Mental Health to implement their Talk Today program. In 2020, a beloved player of the game to many in the North Division, Chris Latondra passed away at age 25 while battling mental health issues. The Chris Latondra Wellness Foundation was formed in 2021 to preserve his memory and call the lacrosse community to action in support of mental health in the game of lacrosse and beyond. Donations can be made at edmonton.cmha.ca/talktoday/D/CLWF. You can also visit our social media channels for a direct link at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. Ball is in behind the net as the Crude kills not enough though for them here. They need a goal. Now we'll see if they can get some shots here. Ball does come in, but from distance, and that's easily handled by Carpenter, and the Rebels will come back. Baker up top. Let's catch with Owen. Seal set, back up to Baker. Tried to hit McKenzie inside. The ball went to Eastwood, shot wide. Although it looks like it went off somebody wearing white, so it'll be Rebel ball. Inside McKenzie, and is able to get the shot off. Peck stops that on the short side. Now quick stick, and that gets stopped by Peck again. And here come the Crude. Ball bounces away from Bilichuk. And the Rebels will come back down into the Crude zone. 2:45 to go, third period. The Rebels 10 and the Crude 7. McAdam, and that hits something and gets picked back up. Eastwood, cross crease. Simonson with the quick stick. That looked like it hits a little bit of the outside of the post. And here come the Crude. Fry out of the box. Pick set by Knowlton. Fry winds and fires, and that goes wide. Fry back with the rebound, and he sends that low and wide. Ball back to Fodchuk. Fodchuk chased down the wall. Fodchuk, and couldn't really see what happened there, but I assume the ball got knocked loose maybe. Ball bounces back down, and with 1:57 to go, it'll be Rebels ball. Ball swings, Owen. Ball back down into the corner. Brought back up high. McAdam tried to get it low. Goes loose. Owen with the loose ball. Owen out of the corner. And Peck makes a stop, and now another call, and Nick Apillo will go to the box for the Crude. 1:30 to go, Rebels 10, Crude 7. I want to thank you for joining us here. Hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. And there's plenty of more action coming up on the docket. got games Saturday and Sunday on the channel. And Baker will stand up top on this power. Quick stick. And that's stopped. And here come the Crude. Harris calls a timeout. Takes a whack. And so the Crude will be granted their timeout. You do get 2 timeouts in major lacrosse as opposed to just 1 in minor lacrosse. They'll go 6-on-5 here with only a minute and a half left and down 3. So the Crude in danger of dropping to 2-9-1, and the Rebels trying to improve to 6-4-1. The Rebels would go to 13 points in the standings, and having played 11 games, while the Warriors sit with 11 points and having played 8. So they'd momentarily go past the Warriors into first place, but obviously having played 3 more games. The ball's up top now with Connors. Connors gets it to Smith. Smith swings that. Knowlton swim move. Step back, and that hits something. Smith gets doubled. He gets tangled up, and somehow he gets out of it. Smith to the front of the net, and what in the heck? You're probably thinking at home, how did that shot go? And it looks like the camera is done for the night here with 20 seconds left as the ball goes loose. And it'll be Crude possession here with 10 seconds to go, trailing by 3. This one well in hand. Maybe perhaps wanting to finish this one on a positive note, and they do with a long outside shot off balance. Ripped to the short side top corner. And it looks like the final score is going to be 10-8 here. That was Fry with the goal. So the Crew do some cosmetic work on the scoreboard, but it's not going to be enough, as the draw will be a formality. And that'll mean the final score from the Moyer Recreation Center will be the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels 10, the St. Albert Crude 8. The Rebels go to 6-4-1, while the Crude fall to 2-9-1. I want to thank you for joining us here. CROW LAX TV on YouTube. Hit subscribe. You'll be notified anytime a game goes live. And we can't thank you enough for being part of it. And there'll be plenty more action coming up over the weekend. Once again, final score from the Moyer Recreation Center. The Fort Saskatchewan Rebels 10, the St. Albert Crude 8. Thank you and good night. I think so. And I think, was it in this bag?
I just don't want to wreck anything.
I think it was loose. I don't know if it was in that. I thought it was in that bag, though.
I'll put it it in here anyway, just because that's where the rest of the stuff is.
I could just hit stop streaming and everything, right?